Okay.
I'm trying to move it around. Oops, sorry.
No problem. Okay, so I think we are live. Yay! So, hello. This is Sophie and Queena. We're just gonna wait a little bit more to see if we've got anyone joining us. And I'm also going to log in. Oh, cool. Live video. I think there seems to be like a little bit of a lag, but that's no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually it's like that.
And today we have our youngest guest ever. 1 month old Wang Cheng, is it? Wang Cheng.
Yeah.
Hello, baby. And he's very well settled and happy in mommy's arms. You can't tell that Queena is just finished her confinement. So amazing. Look how radiant she is.
Thank you.
All right. So maybe I'll just get started. So in case, there's anyone who is going to join us later, they can also watch the replay. And yeah, let's see how it goes. It's lunch hour. So, yep. Okay. So hi, everyone. I'm Sophie from Hearty Mums, and this is where we love equipping working moms with tools to nurture happy, thriving children. So every week we speak about a different topic, and we invite like experts or even moms along to speak about our different themes. So currently we're focused on exams. And today our guest speaker is going to be sharing with us about how to use Chinese herbal soups to support students during the exam period. So I am very, very happy to introduce Queena Kok to join us. And Queena is a Chinese herbal soup connoisseur. Wow. So interesting. So I'm going to let her share with us, how she arrived here and what really motivates her to do what she does. So thank you, Queena, for joining us today, and big welcome to you.
Thank you so much, Sophie, and for this opportunity and this privilege, right, to share with you and also the people you support, right, especially the moms and and the children as well. So thanks a lot for the opportunity, and very happy to share and to this hand. Okay. So before that, maybe let me. Can you see my screen now?
Okay, I'm gonna share the screen for you.
Yeah.
Just give me a minute. Okay, there we go.
Cool. So so today, right, this is exactly, I really resonate with Sophie because, her hearty chats, right, that first line, sharing what matters most from the heart. I think that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. Just sharing what is important to me and my family. And I hope that, my sharing can benefit you and your family, for everyone who's watching too. So the title is a topic that today we will cover is healthy herbal soups for focus and preparation, right? And I think this topic is great by Sophie, which I thought is great. And it's very suitable at this time, and it's a topic very close to heart of many mummies and daddies, etc. But first, let me just get this disclaimer out of the way, right, everyone? So, quick one is to say that I'm not a doctor or medical professional. So, with this talk, right, this short sharing, I'm not treating or diagnosing anyone. And but having said that, right, information here does come from my own experience, and you will see later also my family's legacy and expertise, right, and of us actually using herbs and our own success stories, and so and also from my own research and study, right, of incredible stories of health. So moving on, sharing is like I've done similar sharing like this in the past. And so this is just one of those people, Xuan, right, is a mother of two. So just want to, very happy that I'm able to serve someone like her, right? Because she felt that she has learned something through my sharing. So I thought this is again, and another lady, she's in her 60s, so grandmother, but she thought she find this kind of information sharing useful. because for her younger one, because the young daughter or the daughter-in-law is very focused on their work, right? And health normally don't come as number one priority naturally. And so she is there to share this knowledge and make sure she's right for them. So having said that, right, and maybe let me go to why I'm here. Yeah. So this is my parents, and this is in their younger days. They're now 70. Yeah, they're 70s now. Healthy in Malaysia. They're supposed to actually come over and help with the baby, but unfortunately, this is not a good time. So yeah, we are very much on our own.
Yes.
And yeah, so this is my parents in their prime days. This is a short background back in Malaysia. And my father is the one who is, he's not educated, but he did an apprentice with the herbal, those herbalists, right? Herbal masters. And started when he was 18, 19 years old. So he had definitely over 50 years of experience, right? And now they are retired, but then, so he had all this experience of Chinese herbs and Chinese medicine. And so mostly I learned from them now. And then my mom, she is a very good cook. She just instinctively, she just knows what to do and how much to put and what to combine to make good food.
So is this a picture with a tonic shop in the tonic shop, is it?
Correct. So this is those typical, how do I say this? Chinese medical hall, right? They call it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is back then you see they have a lot of glass jars back. Yeah,
I remember
those are all those who keep the herbs and all that. Yeah. Yes, this is the background of then.
Wow,
and you
so
can
you
see
have the
the
best of both
bakers.
from your dad and your mom with cooking and then with herbs, knowledge of herbs. Wow.
Yes. So that's why I think. So the other thing was also when I was young, right? My mom, she was very busy, right? Because she's helping my dad at the job, and then they're very hardworking. They open like almost like 7 days a week, really. Sunday they half day off, and but so despite this kind of busy schedule, she still cooks soups daily, lah. So at least you make sure that there's a home brewed soup. Yeah, so I grew up in that kind of environment. I believe a lot of my health, and I felt she really gave us a strong foundation in terms of health. Yeah. Yes. So that's where the legacy is. And
May
then,
I ask, what is your dialect?
okay, sure. So my father is Hokkien. So I'm Hokkien, right? But mostly it's influenced by the mom, right? So my mom is Cantonese.
Yeah, because I'm Cantonese. And
Yeah,
soup is a big thing in our meal.
exactly. Yeah. So it's a good question. Great question.
Has that background somewhere.
Correct, exactly. It's a great question. Yes, so that's why yeah. Soup and food, right? It's a huge part. Yeah. Should I go on to share this my why quickly first, Sophie? Or you have more questions? Yeah. Okay. So one of the biggest issue, right, or one of the biggest incident that happened that led me to what I'm doing now, because previously I'm in the corporate world, as in the consultancy banking world, right? Really, slogging hard there. Yeah. But then after I got married and I had my firstborn, which is now 5 years old, but this was when he was 2+, so about 2+ years ago, he had this bronchitis, and it's so the doctor basically said, so we went to the Western doctor first, and the first thing, they gave him those painful puffs, right? He will cry every time, and then it's super painful to watch. The thing is that, well, in fact, the most scary part is that the doctor said, right, if it's not treated, then it will turn into asthma. But at the same time also, asthma, which means then, a life dependent on drug. But so how do then on the drug part though, the one that he's given to control the situation of his bronchitis is also at the same time, the doctor said can only be taken in limited doses. So because of this, right, and that means it just instinctively to a mom, right, it just means that poison, right? Because if something is effective, right, you need limited dose. That means it's definitely not good as well. So we had to immediately, of course, resolve the issue. We had to just take the drugs as prescribed by the doctors. But then after a while, right, he had a few episodes of that. And so then, then like it didn't come as first mistake. But after that, I went to my parents and talk to them. And then they then prescribed to me, right, soup as food. So it is tasty and can be easily consumed by him. And then visibly his condition has improved. And and then there's no more bronchitis attacks after that. And also now, right, with it, whenever he gets fever or cold, it recovers generally very fast, right? So his body is much stronger. So that is the really the turning point of, like make me think like so at the same time also I was at that juncture where family comes first, and also I started to question what's the meaning of my life. So then I decided to quit from my job and then want to do something that's more meaningful, something more impactful. And coupled with the family history, which is my boy bronchitis attacks and use of herbs, then I decided to pursue this path of I call myself the herbal soup connoisseur. Yeah, so really crafting tasty and nutritious herbal soup. So that's what led me to here. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, Sophie.
Yeah, so I'm excited. Tell me more about these herbal soups. Maybe share with us some of the benefits.
Sure. Let's just go there first. Just move on to the next slide. Sorry, so this one just a quick one. So as you see, my baby is just born, and this when I was pregnant. The photo that was 41. So I felt that again. I credit this to soups, to herbs that I'm able to conceive naturally and also deliver naturally. So yes, so that I felt yes. And okay, so then to your question, why herbal soups, right? Now, the first thing, the three reasons, first thing first, is that I felt the soup is really like a one-stop shop, Why do I say that? Because it has a few key things. One is, of course, to make soups, right? One of the key ingredients is water. And as you know, our body is like 70 to 80% is water, right? And so this is one of those very key ingredients to keep ourselves hydrated. And soup has this one big thing, right? Which if you drink soup, it can also serve as one of those kind of water or liquid that can count towards your water intake throughout the day. Then another thing is that normally to brew Chinese herbal soups, we will use meat, right? Either we use chicken or pork bones or fish. And all these are very good source of protein, right? And so especially also when you brew the soup over a few hours, right? All the, how do I say, there's this, I think there's a term called, was it glycid or something, glyceride or something. It will basically flow out from all these meats, right? From the pork bones and all this chicken and the fish as well. All this protein will actually blend very well already into the soup that you are drinking, right? So together with it, you can have all this goodness. Then on top of that, you have the Chinese herb, which has been used for thousands of years, right? Starting the royalty kings and their families, right, which has witnessed really that kind of benefits, and that's why it has been passed down through generations now. So, which of course benefits many, many different parts, different key organs of the body. So it is, so to me, then all these combined, right, it's really like a dance, right? How do I say? It's like all this, like when it's boiling, right, you can see all these things moving in the soup, right? It's like bubbling, and then you can see all this the herbs, the meat, the water swirling around. Well, I enjoy watching it, especially when it's bubbling at the time. So I felt like it's really like a dance, and all the goodness just combined in a very interesting way. And then the soup is like the essence that that came out from all that, you know. So that's one. So it's one stop solution and can kind of give you a very balanced nutrients that you need in just one bowl. Second reason is that this 80-20 rule. Why do I say that, right? So 80-20 rule is mainly saying what are the things you can do that just take a little bit of effort but can yield you huge benefit. So 20% of your effort yield you results in 80% of the benefit, right? This means that, by just making that one bowl of soup, or by making that one pot of soup, right, is very easy to make actually, with the right tools and the right, right materials, with the right herb and the know-how. You just literally do that, and then at the end of the day, you can have that goodness of soup by just drinking one bowl. So I felt it is really those thing that is exactly satisfying the 80-20 principle. Then the third one is that soups, right? Because it's liquid, it's very easily digestible. Yeah, so it's very good for your digestion. It's very friendly, very easy on digestion and your gut, right? And so because it's so the liquid basically, and so this is not just normal liquid, right? This is also nutritionally dense liquid, right? That I mentioned just now. It has the goodness of the water, plain water, with the proteins from all your meat and also herb goodness. So all this nutritionally dense liquid, very easy to digest in your body. Yeah. So it is then very easily absorbed as well, and then easily moved over to the bloodstream, and then to benefits all your key organs that it needs. So that's why, in summary, herbal soup has that. Yeah, it just like gives you all this.
Wow, amazing. Yes, and I like it that it's easily digestible. So it's good when someone is not well or just really wants to have a boost, and you can really bring that nutrient into the system so quickly and easily without
exactly to your point, right? Especially when people are not well, exactly like you say, when people are not well, generally we don't have appetite, right? Eat a lot of things. So if you can just drink the soup, right? Concentrate.
Yeah, concentrate, right? Okay.
Cool.
So I think you have some things to share with us about like what herbs can be used to make soups to drink before or during the exams. So I'm looking forward to that as well for our audience and for all the students who are preparing right now for their exams.
Exactly. Yeah. So so before that, a bit of text first, right? No, I understand. So I can't fully relate, but yet I can relate. Because my kids are still young, right? Like 5 years old and now 1 month old. So they do not yet have those exam pressure. But I can imagine a lot of parents out there, you plus many people watching this. I'm sure you all are very concerned, very worried that how well are your child or children coping with these exams, right? Especially now with COVID, with disruption, home-based learning, right? And a lot of people may not be able to focus so much at home. So it's like, how would they do, right? So it's like added stress. And plus, all this coping up at home is not very good as well, especially for children who are active. Yeah, so how are they going to be relaxed, right? How are they going to be really well prepared for them? So I think, yeah, sometimes as parents also, sorry, can you really, because I can hear some echo.
Oh, that's good. You're sounding fine to me.
Okay, great, then I'll continue.
Yeah. Is it okay?
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
I'll continue then. Fine. Yes, so I was saying, then as parents, we can't really sit for their exam for them. I mean, yeah, some parents do send them to additional tuition, maybe, or help them revise with them more at home. But I think the other key things we can do is really to use food, right? Nutrition, to make sure like they are well nourished, both mentally and also physically, so that they can, at least that's what really we can do on our side, I think, as parents, as mummy. Yeah. So the first one I have here, I call it focus soup. I think lack of a better name, I was just like, okay, focus. Yeah. Yeah. So there are these few ingredients, plus meats that you can use. So tungsten is the one, you know, the food stick, right? Basically the yellow one. This is is like there's a nickname for it, poor man's ginseng. So it's actually very good ones for focus, for brain, for overall health. But I think mostly for everyday use, I think we can stick to something that is cheaper, that still has the same goodness and benefit, like tungsten, this colenopsis, yeah. And yeah, so this colenopsis is especially good, right, for Qi. What is Qi, right? QI, right? Qi is the uh, vital energy, in Western term. But what it is actually in the Chinese medicine perspective is that qi is very important to how do I say, to take the to take the key ingredients from the food items, right, and then transport it to all the vital organs in the body. Yeah. And qi is also very key to move the blood along, because blood carries oxygen, right? And so oxygen is very much needed if you want to have that focus, right? To the brain, to the eyes, right? To all your key organs for that focus. Yeah, because if you don't have enough oxygen, that's basically the cause of fatigue, right? Cause of tiredness. And then, of course, then you cannot focus as well. Yeah. Then, so tungsten is especially good for qi. And the red dates is very good for blood nourishing. Yeah. Walnut is very good for the brains, right? I think most people know this. In fact, it looks like the brain.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
yeah. And goji berry. Goji berry, it is very good for the eyes and also muscles and bones. Lingzi, right? This is reishi mushroom. This is very good for overall immunity and also good for concentration. Yeah, this one also has, I mean, there's some studies found that has that like preventing cancer kind of high antioxidants kind of properties. So the thing is that some of the ingredients here like directly benefits the key organs that are very important for concentration, for learning, right? But at the same time, there are also some ingredients here that are very key for overall health and your key organs. Because apart from just making sure, apart from making sure your key, like the direct effect is there, it is also important to maintain the health, right? Because you really don't want to fall sick near the exam or that, or even when you're preparing for the exams, before the exams, you also don't want to fall sick, right? Yeah. So this is
systems are interrelated as well. All the systems are interrelated as well.
exactly correct.
It's not just the head or the brain, but also the
Exactly.
whole body and your immunity.
Exactly, you're right. So I need to move on to another soup first.
Okay,
This one
iBrain power soup.
is,
Wow.
yeah, I call it iBrain power soup. The let's talk about this red lotus seed, right? Because that's the new one that wasn't in earlier page. Red lotus seed is very, very good for calming effect. Yeah, calming the spirit and the mind. And also it is very good for the kidney. So this is very, very key, because I think, when the children or the child, when they're preparing for the exam, they can be very stressed, right? And so maybe because of that, they couldn't get a good night's sleep. Yeah, they couldn't get a good night's sleep. Or maybe they burn the midnight oil and stuff, right? So then they really need to, this is very good for them to help de-stress. Because honestly, if you're stressed, right, I don't think you can even so even if you're not well prepared, but if you're stressed, you can't even think on the spot. Let's say you can't even think logically, right? What is the answers to the questions, right? Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
So is this the kind of soup that would be good to drink like the day before the exam, so the child has a good night rest, for example?
Yes, yes, yes. I felt this one also is good for even um like throughout, especially as they prepare for the exams, that last mile kind of preparation, because so then they can get that good night's sleep as well, right? Leading up to the exams.
Yeah, that's right. That's important too. You need to rest well to study well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, then yeah, groundnuts, right? Groundnuts is very good for overall growth. So yeah, so just overall growth of their body. So their key organs, right? It's just a good nice combo to for how do I say? Because as you nourish their brain, nourish their blood, right, oxygen and de-stress as well, you also need to make sure that they grow well as well. So this is another of those combo. Yeah.
Interesting.
Next one, this one I call it stress no more soup.
Wow, stress
But
no more. I think
actually,
parents
this
can use
is one of those I would say it has really a power superpower. Why? Is not only for de-stress, it is also very good for digestive system, and because our this is very good for kidney and spleen, which spleen, right, it's very key because it really affects it really, how do I say, sorry, so the spleen is really key to detoxify, and also to make sure we get all the key ingredients from all the food we take, and then it make sure that works together with the kidney to form a very key part of our digestive system. Yeah. And also here, a few key things here, like this poria, right? The white flattish pieces at the bottom. The poria is very good for removing dampness as well. So dampness will come from what, right? This dampness, especially in children, will come from eating a lot of ice creams, a lot of cold drinks, right? Which is quite common. Snacks. My boy called it snacks. Yes. So because if you keep taking a lot of those cold food, it will really weaken the function of your kidney, lungs, right, and spleen. So these herbs is very good for removing those dampness, so kind of neutralize the kind of effects of all this coldness, and then it makes sure it nourishes back the key organs, right, of the spleen, kidney. and your lungs as well. So this soup overall is definitely very good for de-stress. Because the porridge also has that calming effect together with the xianzi or urea seed. It has also that effect. Yeah. So yes, so I felt that really this is one of those, it benefits the tea because it comes from the tungsten. And also it is so almost like, how do I say? Because digestive system is so key, right? That if you have a good digestive system, if you put the right or the good stuff into your body, it will get really absorbed into your body right away. But if you have a poor digestive system, that means how much good stuff you put into your body as well, your body can't even absorb the goodness. Yeah. So I felt that this soup is one of those that can be taken throughout, even before exams, and all that. This one is really a throughout. So to maintain the well-being and the health of the body, so that when the time comes for you really to right, to nourish, then your body can really absorb the goodness. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a maintenance soup.
Yes, this one I really felt is a maintenance soup. And this is also, in fact, this soup also, right, has helped my boy to really overcome his bronchitis. Yeah.
But how often would one take a so-called maintenance soup like that? How frequent?
Yeah. This kind, because a lot of it is all neutral ingredients. There's no like heaty ingredients in it. Because most of the children these days are mostly heaty because they don't like plain water, right? I think most of you can relate. Because of that, then that heaty herbs will not be good for them. And most of these soups, in fact, all of these soups that I introduced here have no heaty elements. So because of that, it can be taken at least once a week, or if better, 2 or 3 times a week, fine as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then, yeah. So, okay, sorry. Yeah. So, do you have questions on this, Sophie, before I move on to the little known secret?
Little known secret. Well, my question is, for me, my family, my kids are used to drinking soups and they love it. And we have soups like Chinese soup, Western soup, herbal soup, anything. In fact, one of our favorite places if we go out to eat is the soup restaurant because they serve soup.
Yeah.
But that's not totally herbal anyway. Yeah, but some kids may not be familiar with drinking soup. So one of the things on my mind is how do we make it tasty, or how do we offer herbs, that maybe not even in the form of soup.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good. This is the okay. Coming back to first, the most of the soups here, except maybe this focus soup, is this focus soup might have a little bit of the bitter taste that comes from the red mushroom. Other soups like this iBrain Power and this Press No More, these are not bitter at all. So in fact, right? In fact, if we add enough the meat, enough the pork bone, and we add a little bit of salt at the end, right? Just for the flavoring, a bit of savory. These soups are actually quite tasty as well. And there's also one more soup which I don't have the picture here, but I want to also just highlight it here. That one is can be actually very nice because of the combo. We can use for that one, right? We use winter melon, which is perfect for weather like this. It's very hot, right? So winter melon has that cooling effect, and we add in abalone slice, which is very good for the kidney. And what I'm trying to think, sorry. Then we can add in a bit of the goji berry, and we add in some fig as well. So this is one of those soup that again it can be very good for your kidney and also good for your eyes, right? And it is very, very savory because the abalone will give that taste, the abalone slice, and then with the pork bone, right? It's it's just a very nice, tasting soup. And the other trick is, I would say, you can just put the soup on the table. Maybe first you don't show them the herbs if for people, if for children who completely never or not used to drinking this kind of soups before, right? I think if the parents drink it and then I felt that the children will also drink as long as it's bitter, and it has also the sweet taste. I think they are generally fine. And then if they got used to it, then you can slowly introduce them to eat ingredients. That even better. Like my elder one, he eats the red lotus seed, he eats the wild yam. So
Wow.
yeah, and he loves the goji berry, by the way. So if you
Yeah,
can eat the herbs with the soup, is even better. Like, then it's the maximum benefit. But
yes.
so I felt is that I think it's also really just the parents make it natural, and they really just follow the example of the parents. I felt. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. So I think you're going to share the secret with us. I'm
Okay.
curious.
Okay. Can. So maybe just you can see two picture, right? This is the Chinese wild yam. Okay. Um,
Hmm.
do you want to take a guess of like what's the difference between the two pictures?
Is it one is fresh and one is dehydrated? I can't tell.
Cool, cool. Yeah. So the one that is looking wrinkly, right? Look like a lot of wrinkle. Um, look not so white, not so perfect. That one is actually the better one, and it's also a bit more
Oh,
expensive
okay.
because this one doesn't have sulfur dioxide. Whereas the perfect looking one, right, the snow white looking one, has the sulfur dioxide. It's sulfur dioxide, right, is used commonly to preserve herbs.
Oh,
Um, why? So that it's nicer looking and to extend its shelf life. So
okay.
that's the thing. So then, if for you or whoever watching this, to when you go and buy herbs, um, as much as possible, ask for those that have little or no sulfur dioxide. Yeah. So
Hmm.
then it is just better. Of course, the because it's a chemical, right? So even if you wash it, cook it, yes, it still has it is still not so good for our body. And yeah,
Hmm. Oh, thank you for
the
sharing that tip.
yes. So then, okay. Yeah. And okay, yeah. I then this is just for people who have more questions. They can send me an email. They can join my Facebook group. It's currently a public group. And yeah, and then they can just request for my ebook, which
Yes,
has
yes.
even more of my story in there. Today I just like quickly, just quickly go over it to save everyone time. And yes, and the other thing is I would like to say is if whoever, so okay. So the thing is this, because over the course of the last 1 year, I have been like sharing my knowledge, I've been sharing recipes. It, I have another Facebook page called Quinacop. I've done that for the past 1 year. And then like last few months only I want to do something more. And then I had like how do I say? I opened up this group. I launched this Facebook group.
Oh,
The yeah the But then because of that, right, I had also people asking me like, oh, how do I get or how do I buy those high quality herbs, and then also with little or no sulfur dioxide. So then, but because of that, right, I now also offer herbal packs. Some of it can be customized as well to like family's needs, because while I while uh, while a lot of the people who follow me, know a lot about the standard recipes that I share. But one thing is, I really not sure how many of them really brew the soup using the recipe. Second is that I don't know whether they can really get those high quality herbs or not. So then because of that, because I have my own supply, right, which I have a lot of supply at home, so I decided to offer those sales. So if anyone is interested, right, as because of this sharing, then people can quote like Sophie on and party chat, then you can get like 10% off. Again, it's just for people who are interested, right? Of course, no obligation, yeah, but just want to mention in case anyone.
Oh, thank you so much. That's really generous. And I'm looking forward to, getting some packs from you for sure.
Yes,
Love what you share. And so I'm going to pop that link later into the post as well so that people can just click and connect with you. So basically what they do is they will join your group and they can also, I think this is an email that they can send to you to get connected and
yes,
ask you questions or order anything. Wonderful. Thank you so much
yeah.
for sharing, Rita. So I have a bonus question for you.
Okay,
So,
it's bonus.
but before
Yes,
that, I want
proceed.
to say hi to Joanna. She's joined us. And Joanna,
Oh,
please meet
hello.
baby, 1 month old baby, baby Wang Cheng, right? Amazing. Yeah, and Krina is still in her 1 month, just finished her confinement. She looks so
Yes.
radiant. So you can tell that all the soups really work. Okay, bonus question for Krina. So our group is about Hearty Moms.
Yes.
And, to me, the hearty mom is someone who is really taking care of themselves, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. And because of that, when they're well, they are able to really nurture happy, thriving children. So, one thing that I find very important for a mom to fill her cup and keep happy is really to do one thing a day at least that makes them happy. So, I'm going to ask you, what is one thing you do each day that makes you happy? What is your happy thing?
Okay, interesting. What is my happy thing?
Mm. So for me, it's drinking tea. Very simple. I have my tea in the morning, I feel satisfied. Or I can
Wow.
eat chocolate or something. So what's your one thing?
Wow, so easy. Yeah. For me, I would really say, is having some nice food and especially maybe a nice bowl of soup. I think that can already make me happy.
Wonderful. Definitely so satisfying, right? That warm soup. I mean,
Yes.
that's also one
Yeah.
thing on my list. If I drink soup, I feel really good.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially
yeah. It's
even
those
if I'm having like
heartwarming
I'm
feeling.
tired. Yeah, when you drink the soup, you feel really lifted somehow. You feel really good, especially when
Yeah,
it's warm.
yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, Joanna says thank you. Thank you for the soup information. Yeah. So please get
Thank
connected with
you, Joanna.
she's got an amazing group and she comes on and she always, she's been bringing baby on as well in her life, her Facebook lives. So super cute. So you get to see
Oh,
more of Hina and her baby as well. Yeah, so
you.
thank you for today. Thank you all who are joining us or who are watching a replay. I'll be posting the link, so click on the link to get in touch with Gina, join her group. And thank you so much again for sharing with us, Gina.
Thank you
And
so much,
then
Sophie.
you're very welcome, and we'll see you all in the next Hearty Chats. Okay, bye for now.